Kenny on any song you hear. It's him and
Never
he'll
heard
have. Well, obviously I wasn't talking to you.
Never heard it.
16.
I'm cool on the 16 Herb though.
I'm cool on that.
I don't want to hear that.
Facts.
And look, I was a Herb hater, but before we get into that,
Not a Herb.
thank you for tuning in for episode 3 of Real Nonsense. I am your host, Nickel Mayne.
And co-host JaeCei. You was finna keep going.
I was about to go. Anyway, today is a surprise guest, I guess.
Yeah.
We was just chilling. Bro was like,
surprise.
hit bro up. But what I'll do without further ado, damn, I can't talk.
Come on.
Justin Clark, man, he's here. I'm gonna get on with it.
Appreciate it.
I'm tripping right now.
We know. We hear you tripping all over your words.
All right. That's cool.
No, but look, but I was saying, like,
That's cool.
the old Herb is like, I don't want to say that's the problem with rap music, but that's like the darkest part of rap music to me.
Mhm.
The music that's just encouraging. Can I cuss on you? Rather not. The music that's encouraging.
Occasionally a word slips.
Stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we keeping the worst parts of our stereotypes alive? Like, the worst parts of what they say we are. Why are we constantly keeping that shit alive? Keeping that.
Okay, so to give some context as to what we talking about, the movie Judas and the Black Messiah came out over the weekend, and it's an amazing movie. We were talking about the soundtrack. And the
I didn't listen to it.
You have to. Bro.
When it comes to like music stuff, people be so shocked. I don't listen to music like that.
And when he told me that, I was just like, how?
I don't say that surprised me, but that makes sense though.
I don't listen. Sense. I don't know. I just don't. Like, I'll ride in the car in silence.
You're a serial killer. hey, if we ever go somewhere and I don't come back, we know John.
That don't surprise. That's like people who great at football or basketball.
That don't watch sports.
Like Tony Tyson.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
You don't watch sports?
Crazy
no,
athlete.
not really,
never
no.
Watch sports,
Tony's
bro.
a National Geographic
Never watched football,
documentary watcher.
Really?
Yes.
None of that.
He had me fried one day sitting at the crib watching a documentary. I'm just like, bro, no.
Quiet as ever. Just
and don't say nothing. Just quiet, bro. You won't even know he there after a while.
I don't know what it is. I just never. Now I will listen to it. I do have phases where I just listen to it all the time.
I feel like even with that, I feel like this is one of those things where you have, like, when you watch the movie, you have to listen to the soundtrack.
Oh, facts.
Because it makes
That's
sense.
facts.
It makes sense with the movie, bro. It makes sense
I'm
with.
not
I'm telling you, you gonna hear it and you gonna be like, whoa.
but I'm not like a. I don't know. We'll see. I could be wrong, but
I think it's decent per se.
But like, people was going crazy over Hamilton. I was like, that was okay.
I've never seen that.
It was. We were just talking about that.
Well, I've heard him rap,
Yeah.
but I didn't actually watch it.
I was like, that was okay.
I heard that
But
soundtrack.
I was gonna say Bridgerton.
I haven't started
How they
that
do?
yet.
So they do like like modern songs, but they do it as if they did it in the the romantic era of music. Mm-hmm. So like the
ballads,
Beethovens, so it's like everything on strings.
Yeah,
so
facts.
I was listening
What's
to it.
it called again?
Bridgerton.
That's
it's
on
on
Netflix, right?
Yeah.
I thought I seen something like that.
Yeah, I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. It was decent.
I haven't started it yet.
But I like that. But like, and I heard some. I'm not gonna say that Hamilton was trash, but it was like, as far as the musical itself. I'm not a fan of musicals, so maybe that's also a part of the reason why I was like,
I like musicals to a certain extent, but if it's like too much singing, it's one of those.
That's
ones.
a musical.
Well, no, okay, but I don't like musicals then. My bad.
Hamilton was like all singing.
That's all it was.
All singing.
Yeah, bro, and it's just like, come on, like, I'm not. First
that's
off,
Hamilton. Every word is a song.
I can't do it, bro. I couldn't watch it.
I couldn't
heard
keep up
the
with the
soundtrack,
story.
but I couldn't
Like,
watch the thing because I was gonna get upset and stop watching. So, but no, like I said, man, it's definitely like, there's some standout tracks on the tape that you would like Broad Day, where Hit Boy's rapping. You ain't heard a Hit Boy track really with him rapping by himself.
Yeah.
See, I'm.
You don't know who
But
Hit Boy
I could
is?
see.
No, like,
That's what I'm saying. I could see him
man.
not. Now that he's saying this, I could see him really not rocking with the album because I just like.
I do.
I don't know. It's not. I like good music. I like good music. I think the reason.
What do you listen to besides gospel music?
What do I don't like. Just music in general. Like it's not even just like
You like good music. You don't care the genre. You like good music.
I don't care the genre. I just like good music, and most of the time when I'm listening to music, it's because I have to. It's something that I'm working on, something that I'm comparing it to, or something that I want it to sound like.
Okay.
So. Music, it's not necessarily that it's a response because I enjoy doing it, but most of the time that I'm listening to music is because I have to, because I
get that.
I mean, because it's what I do full. But I've been like that for a little while. But even before I started doing it full time, where the only time I was listening, like I would ride in the car in silence. That would be like my thinking time. Like that's the only time I get where I just literally just be zoned out thinking about whatever. Whether it's a brainstorm, thinking about some kind of, I'm always thinking about ways to make money, like for real. Like I've been like that. I remember I was driving for Lyft, and I was thinking about doing. I had started driving for this medical something company. It was complete trash. It was horrible. But I started driving for them, and then I was like, I could start doing this in Kankakee. Like, what's the company down here? I ain't even finna name them.
I know.
But yeah, so I almost started driving for them.
I almost hit one of them the other day. Oh, that's off the streets, man. I got somewhere to be.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just like music. I don't know what it is. I'll listen to it. Definitely if somebody got an album out that and I'm trying to support them, I'll listen to it. Why are you smiling?
Is that
the question I'm going to ask you?
Is that intentionally or unintentionally? Like, is that a conscious choice, or is that like? Because I feel like as a creator, in a way, you would be trying to protect your own thoughts, and I could understand that. But is that something you're doing like?
I'm doing intentionally to support the artist, and at the same time, you never know where, as a creative, you never know where inspiration is going to come from because it'll shock you where it comes from. It can come from literally you pumping gas. It can come from you walking in the snow and you hearing a rhythm or something like that, the way the snow crunches or whatever.
I've written songs because of like car alarms.
Yeah,
like, it'll be like beep beep, and I just get the start writing, and then all of a sudden now I'm actually writing it.
Yeah, like what's it called? What's the Roddy Ricch song that went crazy?
Which one?
Is that Roddy Ricch?
Roddy Ricch.
The either the box or Ballin'.
The box.
Beep. That's a car alarm.
There ain't no telling where he got the inspiration. Well, I haven't looked it up, but where he got the inspiration, because who would think to do something like that on a track?
Yeah.
Who would, like, nobody? And so
smash hit
coming up with this stuff is like you just never know where you get your, like, a lot of my album. Well, like my EP that I did last year, some of it came from like gospel songs, and you can tell clearly. Other parts of it came from being at Olivet, and like so I don't turn. It's not that I intentionally listen to certain things for like for inspiration. I just when I'm listening to something,
it may inspire you.
It may inspire me.
I like that.
So it just depends on where I am in my headspace if I'm gonna listen to it or not. I don't know.
With me, music's a huge part of my life. Like from the time
that's a lot of people.
From the time I wake up, I have to listen to something. Like if I don't listen to music when I first wake up in the morning, my day is kind of off because music regulates my emotions, my mental, my thinking, all of that. So with me, it's like when even if I had the music on the speaker, if I feel like I'm not connected enough to what I'm listening to, I throw my headphones in and just walk around like that with it in my head, and it's like different things bring different inspiration. Like I could be washing the dishes, and I think of a song in my head, and then I'll be like, oh, boom. Or I could be just listening to different instrumentals, and then just start writing. So I'm like, I had to listen to music.
Music important too though, because like you said, you listen to it every morning.
Every morning.
I almost think it is like a right and wrong type of music though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's just like even when you're going to sleep. So like, I heard one time like one of my homies told me, he was like, if you listening to like, say you listening to DMX or something when you go to sleep,
that's wild.
You'll wake up. Not even just DMX, but like my homie neighborhood. Like whenever he'll wake up one day and be like, bro, I feel violent. Because he
Hell
didn't been listening to like Sada Baby or Lil Durk or something like that.
Well, y'all know the story of like the spiritual story of music, right? Like even Lucifer and all of that
like
stuff.
I
A little bit
vaguely
of it,
when we
So
see
Lucifer was he himself. He's the devil now, but his body was an instrument. Like he was literally like it talks about it in the Bible, like what he was. He was second in command. So music was so powerful that he saw the influence that he had on the other angels in heaven, and so because it was so powerful, he was like, I can be God. If I can sing this song, play this song, and it influence people this way, I might as well be the one in charge. So he took that. God was like, all right, because he had gotten basically a third of the angels in heaven to follow him.
that's tough.
And so God kicked him out of heaven along with the other ones because he was like, you think you could beat me.
Right.
However,
You gotta go, big dog.
yeah, so that's how powerful music, it just lets you know how powerful music itself is, because Lucifer himself it talks about how his body was like made of tubing and stuff. He was an instrument. And so now when you think about it, the number one entertainment industry is what? Music.
Facts.
So like
I said, man, like even when I was working out at IOE, that's how I soothed my wing. Like if my kids was wilding out, I'd throw the speaker on, play like some soothing R&B music or lo-fi. Like, if you ever listen to lo-fi hip hop, bro,
Man.
what's lo-fi? Is that
it's like
the
it's like
Weeknd?
nah, definitely not the Weeknd.
It's like the sound, right? Like it's
I
different.
don't even know why you tried that.
And he sound like, I mean, what he does
Lo-fi?
sound like. No,
No.
I'm saying it sound like that would be the genre
don't.
he's in.
Lo-fi it's just like instrumentals, bro. It's
okay.
chopped up, screwed up instrumentals, but it's dope. Like it's one of those it's no words, but if they do got words, the song fits the lo-fi joint. So I throw that on. We used to just be chilling. They finish their little works or whatever, go in their room. By the time they go to sleep, I'm getting ready to go home.
That's smart as hell.
Yeah.
I'm not finna
R&B.
argue with y'all. I'm not finna play with y'all. I know what I'm doing. Like I love music that much. I know how to control moods and atmospheres. You've been in the car with me.
Bro, like even movies, like
Yeah.
a song can change the scene smoothly, like it can do anything. Honestly, some of like the darkest days of my life was almost influenced by music. Like I reflect on it. Like if I was going, I can reflect on a moment right now. I was going to a place and I was listening to music on the way to this place that wasn't constructive. Like I knew it was going to be an argument, relationship shit.
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen.
And you just
So
wanted to be
influenced-
hype.
So, yeah,
You
so
feel
like,
me?
I turned on Chief. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know you ain't getting
I'm
that
turning on Chief.
Yeah, and
On this whole drive, like preparing
yeah.
for it.
Not only that, like as a musician, no matter if I'm in church, no matter because I used to play the piano when I worked at the country club. I used to play it there, like in the lobby type stuff, just messing around. People would be like, "You play the piano?" But like you can change moods. My dad was a musician. Whenever he would be preaching, he would know when I was like, because you can like rush the preacher, hurry up,
like get off. I'm
like,
gonna go home. Type.
And my dad would be like,
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. I ain't ready to go there yet. So you just work
Pull
with me
back.
where I'm
Yeah.
going right. So like even that, I know I went to a conference and they were talking. He used music to be like an algorithm, not an algorithm. What is it called? Where you use each letter for something.
Oh,
I forget what it's
I
called.
know you're talking about.
I forget what it's called.
That thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I'm
Yeah,
like,
start with an A. Start with an A too, I think.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
No, it's not
he
that,
said
no.
music motivates people to do things. It unites people in different arenas to come together. It sets an atmosphere. MUSI. I forget what the I is.
Acronym, by the way.
Acronym.
I knew it was
Yeah,
him, but I wasn't gonna try the first part. Hey, you hear when we went back?
But I remembered the first three, and I was like, "That's so crazy." He said other things of what it does, but like even just those three things of what music can do to influence a mood, to influence an atmosphere or whatever is crazy, and that's why like that may be why I don't listen to music.
I'll be honest with you.
Unconsciously.
I've caught like
unconsciously. Yeah.
I've caught like 2 speeding tickets listening to like just upbeat music and not paying attention, just gone. And then I had to realize, like, okay, let me chill because I'm doing 100 in a 70 right now.
License probably suspended.
But no, first off, my license is great.
My license is great.
My insurance is a little iffy, but my license, we A1 on that one.
He said my license is great. My insurance, however,
but I know how to. First off, I don't care how bad I need insurance. I'm not going to insure one.
Hey, my first car was insured one.
Hey,
your first car.
My first,
as in you grow up.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, man.
I do childish things
I don't
as
even know
a
the
child.
name of the insurance because it wasn't.
You hear me?
Insure One was not the insurance company. It was like just basically the
branch of it,
right?
Bro, it hurt my heart going in there looking at them like, bro. I'm ready.
Hey, but it was cheap.
It was very cheep, but you didn't get
However,
nothing covered.
right when you're right,
the bolt on your tire fall off, and you got to pay $100. Like, wait,
why do I have to pay y'all an additional?
Right, I go to the junkyard and get me another one. My car ain't even worth this, bro.
Insurance went up. Like,
what are you insuring the engine, bro? What is happening right now?
But yeah, I just think like the music industry is so
trash.
It's controlled to me. I think that's the right. I
don't know that it's controlled though, because you look at any other market, it's almost the same. Like it's really about who you know.
Yeah.
But I was just having a conversation earlier.
Controlled to an extent too. I feel like in the music industry, I've talked to people who've been on like the brink of that true. What people think is success in the music industry, especially in the rap industry, where you kind of going from the underground to the overground, if you will. And this gentleman, this downtown indie, he just told me like it was certain things you had to do in order to get that breakthrough. I don't know how true it is. I haven't been on the inside of the industry, but
like it's not really. Knowing people,
like I've been there.
No.
I've been to the meetings.
I just know like you can. What happens, I can tell you what commonly happens with artists is they focus more on getting big than I just want to be an artist and put my music out there.
It's not much creativity.
It's not much creativity. And like I see it all the time. Like when people come in here, even when they first starting, I just want to be big. I want my music to get everywhere.
Just finna ask you that. Like, have you ever been in here with somebody and like have they ever like altered your mood when they started making their music?
Absolutely.
It's music.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like,
yeah,
because the reason I ask, bro, is because like if I'm talking to somebody and we talk about this studio, they be like, yeah, man, it's dope. Ooh, but then it's like I know John personally, so John want to be nice to you. But if your music trash, like,
oh, man.
I feel
I'm
like
not gonna tell you because that's money out of my pocket.
I don't know, but you bogus. You wouldn't let me come in some of the sessions.
I will say I ain't. I've had people that inquire about you and I ain't sent them here because I'm like,
why not? I mean, you can still send them.
That's respect.
Because
I just be like, you're not ready. Like in my head, I just be like, I don't want to waste your time. If they paying, but
right.
I'd be like,
because that ain't wasting my time.
I'd be like, bro, and I feel like it's a representation of me. If I send somebody up here and they, you know what I mean?
Nah, for real. Like for real.
But yeah, I mean, it's like I see it so often in the music industry where, like, and it's not because what happens is people think that you have to kiss people's butt to make it to a certain level, but you don't.
From the outside looking in, that's how it seems.
You don't. Like I've had situations where I've had like family members like expect me to kiss their butt for something. And
really?
Yeah.
That's right.
Because they have certain connections that I would like. But I like my mindset is like not to get deep and spiritual, but I don't need none of y'all. I don't need you to get to where I'm trying to get to. I don't need like I've gotten this far just by having God, and that's it. That's all. I've gotten to where I am just by having that. So if I can get right here where I am now, I know He can take me to the next level and more. So like when people approach me, like I can't tell you how many times people come to me and say, "Hey, I got a business proposal for you." You have absolutely nothing. One dude was trying to tell me he'd bring his equipment in here. He had two $100 speakers.
Ooh.
and a MacBook. I said, bro, I don't.
And I bet he made some hits.
I mean, not to say you can't do work on that, but I don't need that here. Like I don't need any.
Wait, where did he think he was coming to?
I don't know, but I had to send him a picture. I had to send him a picture and be like, bro,
this ain't Google.
This
you know
right. This is where I am right now.
This ain't Google.
This is real life. And so, like, it's hard to consistently watch artists after artist after artist to come in here and be like, you know, they want to have the drive for it, huh?
Oh, you think I don't come in here? You ain't gonna tell me my music trash?
No, it's just like they want it because I've seen trashy artists get better.
What you saying? They're not focused on the process.
What?
They just want the end goal.
Exactly.
Like, they want to be Lil Durk tomorrow.
Exactly.
And they want you to make them sound like Lil Durk.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the and my part of where the majority of the reason why I progressed, why people saw me shoot like real fast, is because every day I came in here, my focus wasn't I want everybody to know who I am. My focus was I want to learn what I don't know. Every day I come in here, I try to figure out what I don't know. Just yesterday, I was looking up information about how to mix certain, because I've heard other engineers do this like certain vocal effect, and I'm like, what is that? I want to figure that out because I don't know how to do it.
You ever watch The Cave?
It's a YouTube, I think you told me about that.
It's a YouTube series by Kenny Beats.
Mm-hmm.
And that Kenny on in like any song you hear, it's him, and
Never heard it.
Well, obviously I wasn't talking to you.
Never heard it.
Oh, shit.
See, all right. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish what I was talking about. But nah, he showed like the artists will come in and it's like a freestyle series.
Mm-hmm.
So they like go in the booth and he shows how he mixes it and he shows you how he makes his beats. All of that, and I'm like, that's super interesting for somebody trying to learn that, like, because he'll go to like the screen will pop, the camera will pop on his screen, and it'll be like he'll go to his different beat packs, like different cymbals, different instruments and stuff like that, and he'll put them all together. And he'll make the beat while they're there, and I'm like, that's crazy. If I was really trying to learn how to be a beat maker, produce, mix, and all that, I would just sit there and watch that.
The only thing, like, that's cool, because I've done the same thing, even just on Facebook Live, whether I'm like, hey,
stop wearing them black wife beaters in your lives, bro.
I be at home, man. Because ain't nobody talking about that white t-shirt you got on.
You feel me? I fell asleep earlier. I don't care.
Black white beaters.
Yes, he does.
I do.
He was snooed out.
Yeah. Because most of the time, when I
from Baby Boy.
You're silly.
Hey, lift up your arm real quick.
No. Hey, look, I was in some stuff, and I ain't know.
That boy got to fight with a tiger before he came here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But
no, we was trying to figure out what facial skincare routine John need to clear his skin up. But go ahead. What was you saying, bro?
But like, that's cool for certain people.
Yeah.
One thing I tell people all the time, even with the internship program that I'm starting, is there is no. One thing I'm learning about the music industry, even mixing and mastering, creating music, all of that stuff, there's no blueprint at all. There is no right and wrong. Like, this is how you do it, and then this is how you do it. Okay. Because, like, what I look at is results. Like, does it sound good? Because if it don't sound good, clearly this don't work for me. Right. If this sounds like trash, I probably need to try something else. I can't keep plugging the same formula in and thinking I'm going to get a different answer. I'm just going to keep getting the same thing.
Insanity is?
That's exactly what it is.
Sir.
Doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Different results.
But, like, I try to encourage people, like, find your method. Find your way of what works for you. Because, like, I'm learning that, like, most of us know, like, a lot of creatives stay up, like, all night.
Bro.
I'm the opposite. I can create a lot better in the morning, which is why you see me in those black wife beaters, because I get up out of bed instantly hearing something in my head and I go sit down I put it down.
It makes sense because that's how I am with writing. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll be up all night writing, just nonstop, and not even music, like writing for the show or trying to think of stuff to talk about for this series. Mm-hmm. And it'll be like, it'll be 1, 2 in the morning, and then something will just click, and now I got another few parts of a scene for the new show. Yeah. But during the day, it's just like I can't write during the day. Mm-hmm. For some reason, I think way better at night. I love.
It's about knowing yourself, though. No, there's no right or wrong, obviously.
No, I know,
So
but
know when you best, when you most creative.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of that
like
time.
when I'm by myself, when ain't nobody up, it's quiet, I'm
Mhm.
chilling, listening to music by myself, bro, I'm gonna knock out the best scene, the funniest scene, the most serious scene I've ever written, or even with songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll write a few verses. Like if I'm watching TV at night and I'm listening, like if something just pops up or I get inspired, I'll write it down
Mm-hmm.
immediately, and then after that, it's just like boom.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, I'm doing it again from like 7 o'clock at night till like 2, 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, and learning your process and knowing what's best for you is probably the most important thing when being and not even just in music, just
I feel like that's the
in,
problem. Though.
in
Like,
general,
everything.
like with everything. Like I was having a conversation with one of my cousins, and he was like, "Life is about finding your footing, pretty much, not." Like, oh, I know I'm supposed to be doing such and such. Just find your footing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, or you're not getting anywhere out of what you're doing, get loose and do something else. Not saying give up on
it's basically finding your
investing in
pocket.
something, but like finding your footing and finding out who you are. Because who I am now is not the same person of who I was when I was 21 years old.
Nah, for real. And I try to explain that to like my younger siblings. It's just like, bro, I'm gonna be 27 this year. Y'all are way younger than me. Dude, you forget you're a year older
That's
than me.
fine.
Y'all old. Y'all like old.
You finna be 26.
How you know, bro?
You're a year younger than me.
I can pass as 23.
Yeah, I look old. I have an old man face. But no, like, I try to.
That's iffy.
Let me live.
That's tough, bro. I try to explain to my younger siblings, like, hey, y'all 15 to 18,
Mm-hmm.
I wish.
focus on what you want to do for real. I told my little brother Chris, like, hey, you love football. I get it. It's your senior year. But get you a trade. The man was like, I'm already ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
He in career center doing what he doing. And he love cars. So I'm like, you get that. You won't
That's
be
a lot of
on-
pressure, though.
No, it's not.
For an 18-year-old to be like, focus and hone in on what you want to do for the
But
rest of your
he
life.
surprised. I wasn't telling him to do it. I was saying, like, I was giving him the option. If you love football and this is what you want to do, follow that.
Mm-hmm.
Do 100% do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever feel at some point you 50-50, think about it in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be able to fall back on something just in case football don't work for you.
Mhm.
So why not get your licensing as a trade now while you're
But
18?
so like being, because I said I sit around, like not sit around, but when I'm driving, I'm thinking a lot.
Yeah.
Being able to be creative in making money.
Yeah.
And like, because think about all the avenues. Let's say he goes into football, right?
Right.
He go into college. He played till his junior year in college. He got an injury, whatever, which happens commonly.
Yeah.
And he can't play anymore. Who's to say he can't coach or
And
start?
that's what I mean. Even with that, what I mean is like not even with just a trade. You can go to school to be a coach,
Mhm.
and say even while you're in school playing, you can learn to be a coach. When you get done, you can come back be an assistant coach, positions coach, something like that. That's basically what I was just trying to tell him.
Yeah.
I want him to have a backup. So like even with me, I'll give you an example. With me writing the show and making music, I still know that like, all right, let me go to barber school.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go do something just in case the show doesn't take off right away.
But see, I don't like. I really
Plan,
think
you a-
that's
Plan A type guy.
well.
Don't get me wrong.
I haven't always
Look,
been that.
so
I
look,
haven't always been that because remember I went to culinary school.
right? That's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm a plan A guy from the top. Like this is plan A.
Mm-hmm.
Like we do this. Come on, whatever. But I'm also gonna be like, hey, while this is working, let me lock my plan A in.
Why?
My plan B in, so it'll be 1A.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Why would you do that?
I feel you. Why?
Why would I? What?
Why plan? Why if you building your dreams and your goals?
Right.
Why now turn your focus and say just in case, boom, don't work out. I got this over here.
Okay, so I wouldn't say just in case it didn't work out. So what I mean is, as I'm doing what I like, say with the podcast,
Mhm.
as I'm doing this, I'm always gonna put myself in position to never fall off. So it's not me just in case this don't work, because at all by any means necessary, I'm gonna make this work.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
So
gonna do.
there's no need for the plan B.
It's just something to have. It's not a need. It's more of a, all right, cool. Let me go try and do something else real quick that brings me in more money to fund plan A. So it's never like, oh, let me drop plan A and jump.
I understand because the first year I was doing this, I was still working another job full time.
Right.
And I was also putting in hours here until I got to the point where I tell people all the time, like, this has been the first time that I've actually put in, like, made a plan, moved on it, and now growing that.
See the results.
Right, see the results of it.
That's like with this.
And so, like, but now where I am, it's like, I don't need to think about, like, this is, oh, I can do this too, but just in case this don't work out, let me go ahead, tuck this to the side.
Right.
Let me go ahead and put this right here, just in case such and such don't happen. And I see that commonly where instead of, because I'm the type of person, like, I don't know how reckless it is, but I'll handle that when it comes, or if it comes.
I'll deal with that when it gets.
I'll deal with that when and if that ever happens. But right now, like,
if it happens, it happens.
This is it.
I feel that 100%.
And that's really what it is. And I think I'm not afraid of failing. I'm not because at worst. Then again, I don't have any kids. I'm not married.
Yeah. And see, so that's my thing. It was always more of a. It was all.
Ain't nobody texting.
No, that was another business opportunity. That's why I had to wait on that. I want to be focused on that one.
Okay.
But I think for me, I can't speak for everybody else. I think with me having the plan B type thing, that's all I grew up knowing. So it was like like I told you, I was a kid. I want to do this. I want to do that. But it was always my family was, hey, yeah, you can do this, but you need to be realistic. And so it just stuck with me with trying to not so much as I need it.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting out of that now, bro.
That roots from fear. They telling you to be realistic. They trying to put their own fears and limitations on you.
Nah, for real. And I had to realize that, like, whenever I would go to my OG and be like, hey, I'm finna go do this or whatever, like, and I got it, I'm showing her like the proof of it's getting done. Yeah, but what if that don't work? And then after that, it's just like, okay, I'm not saying nothing else to you, or I won't bring anything else.
It's just like, if it don't work, it don't work. Then we on to the next. We're gonna figure something out then. Because one thing I can tell you, it's easy to go find a job to barely be able to pay my bills. And it's extremely easy.
We just talked about that before we started shooting,
right,
bro.
It's easy to do that. All of the opportunities right now, DoorDash, Uber, all Local Bites. Shout out Local Bites.
Shout out to
facts,
the fam.
big facts to Local Bites.
But like, it's so many. And that's my thought. Like, if this don't work, if I fall flat on my face and fail, I can find a job.
Yeah,
I can find a job to work to be able to barely pay my bills. Yeah. Why not just go all out for it and
that's
try?
Why you see, when we shooting again, or what are we doing this week? It's like I've finally gotten to the point now where, all right, cool. I've gotten out of that old thinking mindset. I've gotten out of I could do this, but like basically holding myself back. And it's like when you reached out with this, it was like, okay, cool. Let me get back on my actually being an entertainer type thing, bro. Like, everybody that know me knows. It's like, I've heard.
Now it's about consistency.
That's it. That's all you just got to continue to go.
Because it's easy to fluctuate and be like, you have a week where you all the way on it, and then you got a week or two where you just like,
I don't want to do this, or I'm not feeling it right now.
But always like being consistent and like days where I don't know if this is gonna last me. I had a slow week last week, and I have times where it's like, I don't know if this dude, I don't know if this go happen. And then all of a sudden, the next week, money start coming in, and then it fluctuates.
But that's because you consistent. I feel like that's, bro, when you put your stuff out there daily, you know what I mean, weekly, consistently, people see it, and that's gonna always pay off. Like in the beginning, when you laying out the grassroots, it's about that consistency. When you make it to that level of greatness, that's when it comes about stamina, because you know you can do it.
Right.
You know you can come in and do it every day.
Right.
But now, do you have the stamina to keep performing at a high level and keep putting your competition away? Because there's somebody just like you working on that consistency and coming right behind you. Like it's.
But even that, like because it's so much money out here to be made. like
to
people
be made though, and people don't. Our people don't realize that. Like we'd chase cash.
Man.
That's one of the things I preach so much. We'd chase cash to our death, bro. Cash, like paper. We talking about cash, but we don't want to learn credit. We don't want to learn how to go to the bank and ask for 10,000 instead of figuring out how to steal it.
Because you can't act on something that you're not taught,
bro. But look, that's not an excuse.
No,
though.
I'm not saying that.
I'm tired of people saying that too.
No, I'm not using it as an excuse though.
That's not an excuse. We got to bring that back. My issue is we can't keep getting so cash focused, so quick cash focused. And we don't want to learn about credit. You cannot go and learn about the whole scam industry and you got a 540. Whew. So you trying to scam your way to $1,000?
That don't make sense. God, that don't make sense.
Bro, you get your credit right, you go to the bank and ask for it. Like, cause what you gonna do with the 1,000? What you gonna do with the 10,000?
They can buy a pair of shoes.
Oh God,
TV,
stunt for some weirdos.
TV.
And post it.
Not even a TV.
Post it, and that's about it.
For 6 likes.
Y'all niggas broke.
Maybe 66 if you somewhat popular.
Right. Nah, dog. I'm telling you, it's gonna be spent, and within a week. I've known people that's got the 10K, and it's gone in 3 days.
You told me about your man who threw a party.
See, it's
10K off the finesse though. Off the
like,
unemployment.
We was hurt, bro. I'm sitting there like,
threw a party.
What are you doing?
We went through the whole scam fest. We took the risk. We won the game.
And
we threw a party.
And you threw and you
could have got out,
bro.
Like that. So the 1,200, even last year, I got my copyrights to my songs.
Oof.
I got my distribution deal set up.
Speaking of which, we got to do that with this too.
That's love.
Oh yeah. And then I got I bought a laptop. I got my LLC. I got all of that. I got all of that stuff. That's what I did. I think I bought maybe one pair of shoes.
Blessings.
Because I was like, I
had to treat yourself.
Right. You know what I mean? Not saying that I'm just so, because I'm not, like, my theory of budgeting, make more than what I spend out.
Oh, man. And I'm going to get that put on the shirt.
Cash flow.
That's really it.
Man.
Just that become a lot more easy when you... I'm not going to be the guy to crap on the 9 to 5s, but it become a lot more easy when you separate it from hourly pay because you realize like you can make 200 in an hour or a day, and when you focus on a minimum wage conversation, you cannot succeed because your frame of mind is so focused on the $10 that you can get. $10, that's what your human life. You're basing the value of your human life off of $10 an hour.
I saw a picture on Twitter the other day, and the caption was like, "Imagine you going to work it'd be like, imagine somebody giving you $15 for you to go to work every hour." And it put it into perspective. It's like, damn, my health and my time is way more than $15.
Crazy.
And it puts because what happens is I think people like the security of, you got a guarantee that you're gonna get such and such, and they are afraid of. But I'd much rather just not have a ceiling at all.
No, for real.
Of I gotta work such amount of hours to be able to do this or thing, right? Oh, I gotta work an extra too.
We throw away hours like they're just like they're unlimited. You know what I mean? We're talking about hours.
24.
10 hours in a day. You working 10 hours a day?
The practice.
Right. Bro, I just left the job working 50 a week. That's 200 hours a month, bro. What's that?
That's a problem.
2,400 hours a year of me giving to somebody else. And I told my homie, y'all know my situation. I just left my job, but my homie was like, we in a pandemic. What you gonna do? This and that. I'm like, bro, I worked a job for the last decade, and I ain't made no less than 45. I worked a job for the last decade. You know what I mean? I ain't rich yet. Yeah. So let me try this for the next decade and see where I end up. Because that's all I got.
Freedom is, look, right now. Like when I wake up every day, and I'm excited to wake up every day.
Man,
I'm not upset. Like.
It's a blessing, bro.
That's why I like being around y'all, because I'm at the point of transitioning into this mindset. So it's like to see two people that I know and I've grown up with technically, to see them do it and see them honestly, okay, I've seen the ins and outs, I've seen the struggles of it, I've had the conversation. So it's like, okay, now I feel more comfortable and I feel like more of a calming with it than before. Because at first it was just like, man, let me go. I need to do this. I need to get that. But now it's just like, okay, I don't have children. I'm not married. I can do this.
You can. Because if you fall flat on your face and you completely fail,
I can go back and get a job.
That's right. That's the absolute worst.
That's not even the job, bro. You can go back and do something else.
And do it, yeah. And that's what I'm like. It's
like
not
the job is
yeah,
irrelevant.
bro.
Like you always gonna be working. Like job, no job. You always he's working. You know what I'm saying? Anybody's working. You got to put in some work. But I don't know. Working for somebody else it makes me crawl.
That makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, I just can't do it. I'm a bad employee.
Yeah, it's like, and I was a really good, and I know you probably were too. I was a really good employee. Like all of my jobs that I had now, all of my jobs that I had,
I was good. I was good at my job. My
the rules,
my managers,
the rules,
managers, coaches,
that ain't it, Chief.
Teachers in my life, bro.
No.
They will not vouch for me.
Nah,
they love me. They knew what I was capable of.
Like I could go. I think, and that's another part of my security is I know I could go back to any one of those jobs and be like, I tried. It's not working out. I need something. But
they might take me back, but not because they like me.
They take you back because they need help.
Yeah, not 'cause they like
because they like you, bro.
Keep it.
There's a few jobs I can go back to. I know they don't like me, but I am their star worker.
10 inches of snow.
Right. What? You're not coming.
No, sir.
Bro, literally, one of the jobs I was working at just recently got mad at us because the big snowstorm we had, everything was iced out. My car had ice on it.
You ain't go.
No, of course not.
That's a job, though. They supposed to.
But look, think about it this
somebody
way, bro.
told them to tell you to be there.
It blew.
So I them to tell you to be
But
there.
look, this is what made me mad with the whole situation. I wouldn't have tripped if the attitude didn't come with me telling them like I got to be at work at 7, so I have to get up at 5, and it's still unnecessarily cold at 5 a.m. My car not gonna heat up that fast, and I gotta scrape the ice off. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna be there today.
Yeah,
my car is tweaking, and it's snowing, and I gotta shop, so I'm not gonna be there. Shorty caught an attitude. I'm just like, okay,
tough. Because somebody caught that
well,
attitude.
now I
with
don't
her.
care, and I hung up. Like, all right.
Her boss told her to call you.
Yeah, but I ain't with that at that point. So
look, when I worked
good.
at the country club, and I remember standing at the golf course looking out, and I was like, do these people ever go to work? And my coworker said, no.
It's a country club, bro.
They said no.
These niggas rich.
They said they come out here, they play, and
a couple beers.
Couple beers. they come to the side when they at the 9th hole. They take a break. They eat lunch. They make a couple calls. Get off the calls. Go play another 9 holes.
Yeah, them people that run businesses
easily
from a different country.
And I was like, what? And from there, I was like, it just grew on me more and more. Like, I got to get out and I got to do something.
You got to be introduced to that, though. How many? That's in a way, that's God, obviously. That's spirit. It's something, you had an opportunity to see that. You in a country club watching probably some white dudes golf. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's an experience within itself. You seen like another side, like, so I don't have to go to work every day. So I don't have to clock in every. There's another way to do this life. So that's just all blessing.
Like I said, my fat, I didn't mean to cut you off. But
you did.
No, I didn't. I really did not know that.
We've been going for a little while, but it don't matter. If they want to watch it, they can watch it.
This is a decent I like this conversation. It's nice. But John, what are you talking about?
I go back, what you was talking about earlier, like about your cuz, the 18-year-old. I feel like the conversation, like, every black kid at some point want to be an athlete, right?
Yeah.
And we always tell them, like, have a fallback, have a backup.
Oh, my little brother Chris.
That's true and all, but like, first of all, we got to make sure we encourage them with what they really passionate about, because it doesn't matter what you do. It's like it's how you do it. And I've seen that. So in books I read repeatedly, I've seen that lesson. Like, you can do anything, bro.
Yeah,
it's how you do that thing. Like, it doesn't matter. You can put your passion into anything as long as the passion is true. You care about what you're doing.
That and self-awareness. Awareness. Being able to be like, because if you want to go after football, you got to know this is what you got to do. Yeah. Like, I learned you got to go in this. Yeah. You got to go to this. You got to work. You got to work this hard.
You might not have it. That take people.
For real.
Might not have it.
And that's where the self-awareness come in, like,
small window.
Man, learned real quick, like, okay, like, if I'm doing something and I know, like, I'm not good at it, I'm not going to sit here and be like, all right, yeah, I'm the best at woo woo. If I'm like, if my heart isn't in this because I know I'm not progressing at it, I know when to be like, all right, this ain't it, or this ain't for me. I know when to step away from it. But if it's something I'm like, all right, I can do this. I know, you feel me? Like I'm that dude at it. I'm gonna put my all into it. That's what I try to explain to him and my little brother Marky. Like, if y'all gonna do something that y'all want to do, this is 100%. This is what you want to do. But if you ever feel wavered or you don't feel like you don't want to do this, you having that doubt, find something that's going to make you happy for the rest of your life and you'll never work again.
Because even the moments where, like, I don't think I'll ever stop doing music.
It's interesting.
Right. I don't think I'll ever stop doing music. Now, if there's a time where the investment ain't matching, like, the return. Like, if the return not matching the investment or exceeding it.
Everybody wants to be an artist at some point.
Right. But if I ever reach a point where it's like, dude, this ain't working out, I will still continue to do music and do something else. Like, I have a family member right now, he has a full studio in his basement. And he works executive level for a multi-million-dollar company.
All right.
So, like, he still does music just because it's what he loves. So it's not even that, like I'm riding on this and this. I love doing it. And a lot of people don't have that mindset. And not to say that you need it to be able to make money, because clearly you don't.
Right.
Like, but why not? If I found something that I love and I'm good at it,
turn it into a business.
Like
me with making people laugh. Like, I'm not a get on stage, haha. Okay, well, you still be chuckling, so
nope.
Yes, you do. You was for the laugh.
No, I don't.
You was for the laugh.
But I don't.
but what I'm saying is, like, I'm not a.
You funny for that comment you posting your sister's picture too.
Bro, I can't, bro. I don't ever watch his stuff no more.
She thought she looked just like.
Bogus. But no, what I'm saying is, like, I know what I'm good at. I know, like, I could do something like this where people will sit and laugh with me. I'm not gonna get on stage and be like, yeah. So about those airplanes. That's not me. That's not. You ever seen a black woman walk down the street and I be
tough act
and be up there stuck? No, that's not me. I know I could get here. I could talk with somebody, kick it, and I feel comfortable. But I know what I'm good at. I stick to what I'm good at. I don't do extra stuff. Like, no.
Do you feel like you limited Kankakee conversation? Do you feel like you limited with your music by being in Kankakee versus like obviously suburb, city? I feel like you would explode up there.
Who's the worst Kankakee artist you've ever recorded?
Come on, man.
Tell me off air.
Right. tell me off air. No, I think limited with reach of, like, if I were to do this for full time and just live in Kankakee, I would make a decent living. But if I really want to grow to where, like, because my goals exceed where I am right now, of course.
Nah, for real.
Like, I want a whole label. I want a scholarship fund set up. I want, like, a whole lot. Like, I want to be able to hire my entire family and pay them all 6 figures.
Explain the internship thing, though.
Explain the okay, so basically I get people hit me up all the time, like,
yeah, you get a broad spectrum of explaining it.
Right.
Now. You ain't got to hit me no more.
People asking you?
No, not me. They know not to ask me.
Oh.
I don't even know what the... You gonna ask that man
but
himself.
Basically, you come in for 6 months. You'll be evaluated every 30 days. And you learned how I run this business, pretty much. You learn the board. You learn the programs. You might learn a little bit of production stuff. And you just learn pretty much how I do stuff.
How do you apply for this?
You just hit me up through my DM, through my phone. Okay. Like,
I'm so serious.
I'm serious. Like, so I've had 6 interviews so far.
All right, make it.
Some people just didn't show up. And, like, I can tell who the serious people are.
All right, we're going to do my interview after this.
No.
Why?
You got to... What'd I just say?
Process.
Right? I'm trying to jump around as he telling me the rules, like, so I can't just hop in front. You feel me? I'm already here.
You have to, and not only that, like, you got to go through an interview process, and then after you go through with me, then you got to meet the guy that owns the studio because I don't own this studio. This is not my personal equipment.
Right,
I
right.
run it.
Yeah. Got the keys
And
to the church.
what? So like you gotta go through with him, and then like you basically start, and the internship it's an internship. Like
You gonna be like, give me my coffee.
I might send people on like food runs, like, hey, go grab, because it's days where I don't get anything to eat until 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, there was one day. I think it was either on Snap or Facebook, and you was going live in here at like 11, 12,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I've been in here at 5 o'clock in the morning, till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Not coming in. Well, I've come in here at 5 o'clock in the morning too, but
Right,
I've
yeah,
been in
right.
here from like 9 in the morning. Like when I first started coming in here, I had to teach myself to look at the time
That's dedication.
because
Yeah, that's dedication.
Man.
I could see that too, especially
Yeah.
with music and just being involved. Like time don't exist. Bro.
it
does not exist.
Because I would literally be like, I'm just go for 2 hours.
And then being here for 6.5 and
All the
missed some
time.
stuff.
Like I look up at the clock. I get here at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I look up at the clock at 6 p.m. and I'm like,
not enough
But
time in the day.
you know where we conditioned for, like, and I won't say everybody, but you know how we conditioned because of that? Being in church. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
ever get to look at the time when you in
Yeah.
church.
yeah.
If you look at the time, are you trying to rush God?
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? No, I'm trying to rush home. The game on, or I'm hungry.
right,
Pretty soon these songs ain't gonna sound right because if I pass out on this drum set because I ain't ate all day. You got 6
was a
sermons
trash
in one.
drummer anyway.
I was horrible.
how did I know that?
I didn't care about enough stuff. No, for real.
Decent.
I was at first, and then I stopped caring. I hit like 16, 17 and realized, like, okay, I don't want to play drums.
And you're not gonna be a drummer.
No, it wasn't it. It wasn't it for me. I was more interested in other things.
Your brother cold on that bass though.
Different type cold on the bass, though. You know what's crazy? I used to go to programs with him, like with revivals and when the church was singing and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'd grab his bass for him because, like, all right, I'm getting off the bus with you, so I might as well grab you. You finna go set up or you finna go do something. People be like, man, you play that bass hard. I'm like, ooh, y'all gonna be real disappointed when you see who's up there and it's not me. And then when you realize, like, oh, that was just his little brother.
Right, you
No,
have to carry.
I've
You was carrying
seen-
the equipment.
Yeah, facts. What? My Uncle Tim, them Burtises, bro, we used to be lit.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't
already
care
know.
about carrying the equipment in. Uncle, man, when they realized, like, oh, yeah, you can move stuff, come here, grab this. It's like, all right, I got you. We was early for no reason, just strong, moving church equipment. Whole drum sets, we taking it to 2-3 churches at one day. We tired. But everybody wanted to hear the Burtises. It's because the music was amazing.
Mhm.
Especially when you were a kid, them drives
Yeah.
on the, what?
Yeah. I just
for
posted something the other day. I was like, I don't care who you are or what you believe.
When you hear that, you gotta
If you
move.
think this ain't a vibe, like it's just some stuff.
You say you a weirdo.
You're a
You a
weirdo.
weirdo for real.
You're a
Even if you
weirdo.
don't believe in God,
Real
you
You're a
don't
weirdo.
feel nothing from this. There's something wrong with you.
Some of them songs, boy, instrumentals,
Mm-hmm.
Different.
yeah, spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I showed you Anderson Pot.
You showed me some good music, bro. I was listening to Suede on the way.
Do you hear me?
Like you showed me some good music. I ain't no cap.
And that's one of the things like I
at
like
him.
doing though. Yeah, facts. Big pat on the back. I don't care.
Yeah, you got a
Thank
big
you, bro.
You got a big
Nah,
back.
like-
That's why you need a big pat.
John. Why?
Flame on.
That's crazy, bro. His ear is big as my back, so it's like we different out here.
All right.
Yeah, you got a bell pepper nose too,
I knew that.
and he got a milk mustache permanently.
We ain't gonna talk about your beard though, or your
John, we don't
receding
want to do
hairline.
it. I know I'm going
Come
bald.
on, come on, man. I don't look, not on
I
camera.
got a shadow. Look, so
What?
Look at the corner of your shit.
He tried. He tried.
But no, like I was saying before, I don't even remember what I was talking about because you
Oh man.
you own
Because
that.
you was thinking about how your hairline receding.
No, it's not what I was
You
thinking
let your
about. I
hairline in
know I'm going
2014.
bald, bro. Nobody likes you like that.
Whoa.
You might as well just. Didn't you do that?
Yeah,
for, a
for
second?
for Indy. Right, when we came back from Indy.
Why you on this?
I'm going to today.
Chop it.
I'm
No, he not.
Want
Are
that?
you?
Yeah. No, she thought this was. I'm out of here, bro. You see this?
How you do it? You just buzz
No,
it.
no.
And
I have a.
You got a little
I have a
razor?
professional do this one.
Straight razor?
Yeah, I gotta keep going because my hair grows back
Little
fast.
cream.
Yeah, always.
dang,
Nair it
I
up.
heard it suck because you always got it like my
You
dad
had to,
bald.
literally.
So you always got to like.
the first time I
Straight
went
razor
bald.
you talking about?
Yeah, the first time I went bald, like we just did it with the clippers, and then we did the straight razor. So it was like boom. So then like maybe a week later, I like went to rub my head and all of it was growing back, and I'm like, oh, wait a
It's
minute.
like a little sticky.
Yeah, I'm like, it hurt.
He said little sticky,
And
little
then like
prickly.
when your hair grow back, like when you cut your beard down, like when it grows back, it starts to itch. So that's like
Velcro for real.
yeah, and it itches bad, bro. So that's why you got to keep getting it cut. That's why when you see old dudes, they like always shiny, always straight cut because that itches when it grows back.
Ugh.
That oil.
Yeah, bro. That's why they keep it down, bro. I narrowed it up.
Y'all should just put
Got
some Gorilla Glue on your head.
First off, you know what's crazy, bro? Shorty finna win. Like she might win that lawsuit.
No, she not.
I feel like on some off chance.
She not gonna win.
The last 2 years have been weird.
She not gonna win. She not gonna win that.
That's not how you use it.
She not gonna win that.
Oh, trust me.
And they also have.
I know what Gorilla Glue does. So
and they also have like you can't put it on your skin, and hair is an extension of your skin.
right,
So she's not gonna win that.
bro. And it's just like the GoFundMe,
At least she
16K.
got some clout.
Yeah,
man.
she got it out,
She got some clout. She be
and she also said in an interview that she did it on purpose, knowing that it wasn't for hair.
Oh yeah, she tripping in.
So
and she wanted the likes. She
Yeah.
got the likes.
yeah.
That was the ultimate.
Hey,
goal.
she can see, this is where the opportunity for investment and turn it into a business. Like she can start a hair track company or whatever, wig company.
do what you do.
Just don't use Gorilla Glue.
Yeah.
Black
could be
women,
the name
black
of it.
women are taking over.
Do what you
bro.
do, but just don't use Gorilla Glue.
Black women taking over on the entrepreneur.
Oh,
tip.
yeah.
It's fact.
Man,
Black women are slaughtering.
especially Kid Splash Misha with the
Oh,
Azure. I gotta go
Yeah.
get some of that for my beard. That's what helped my beard grow back. Like real life. I was struggling bad.
I thought you said you use it on your hair too.
I did. That's what made it grow back.
Didn't help.
No, not at all. Hey, look. I ain't gonna cat. I knew where he was going, so I fed into it.
Man.
But no, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I know I can get this back right. I'm good. As long as I can make sure this is straight, I don't care about this.
Oh.
Because it's legal.
Yeah, because people bald and bearded is.
As long as I have,
what
like,
females be.
because if I was to cut my facial hair off, I'm like, bro, why you do that?
Bald bearded, B-O-N.
I don't know.
You'll be a stepdaddy in no time.
We out here. Stepdaddy season.
That's the ultimate stepdaddy.
At some point, everybody has a child
Stepdaddy in no
now.
time.
So
Hey, you
I'm not- hey.
You said at some point what?
everybody has a child nowadays.
Oh.
So it's like,
Well,
I don't.
Actually,
lot.
factually.
A lot of people I know have children.
A lot of people I know don't
33%.
have children. That's not a lot.
It's like I was just
In town here,
ratio.
30.
in towns more like 75.
Where are you getting these stats from?
My head.
Hey, you see, I started asking like, wait,
He's still throwing them
he
out there
giving
like,
out big numbers. These ain't no small, maybe 5-10%.
75.
It's 75.
all right, we done, man.
You tell me
Hey,
if
man,
I'm wrong.
look, we can sit here and talk all day. But thank you for tuning in to Real Nonsense. I'm your host, Mayne. That's John Fatneck Ass.
We out.